Good morning, student and parents. It's time for Oshera hour. Sir Dominic is my name. I'm here with my two beautiful ladies or students. They will mention their name.
My
First,
name
please.
is Mami Nyako.
Good. Maminya Akuba. Okay.
My name is Nanekria Inshrai.
Nana Kuya Inshira. Okay, we are bringing you class 4 history on the topic contributions of missionary activities in Gold Coast or today Ghana. Contribution of missionary activities in Ghana. Okay, so before we look at the contributions of missionary activities in Ghana, let's revise our mind on what we have learned before. Now, one may ask, who are the Europeans? Okay, so if someone asks you, who are the Europeans, what will be your answer? As you are in the house, you can also take your book and your pen and then started jotting something down. Good. So one may ask, who are the Europeans? What will be your answer? Mami Yakuba.
Europeans are the white people from Europe.
Good. Europeans are the white peoples from what? Europe. Good. Europeans are the white people from Europe. They do not stay in Africa, but they live in what? Europe. Locally, we call them Obroni. So when I was young, when we see any white man, that is the name we used to call them. Name is Swano. See who will be or who who so Obroni any Dinachi. Obroni, Obroni, Obroni. So today they are referred to as white people or the Europeans. Good. So a number of European countries came to West Africa or Africa, or a number of Europeans came to Africa. Let's look at some of the Europeans that came to West Africa or Africa. Good. The first Europeans came to Africa were the Portuguese. They came in the year 1471. They were led by a man called Don Diego de Azambuja. Let's write it together. A man called Don Diego de D-O-N Don Diego D-E-G-O Don Diego D. Then you bring your small d apostrophe. The Azambuja. A-Z-A-M-B-U-J-A. Don Diego de Azambuja. They were led by a man called Don Diego de Azambuja. In fact, they arrived in the year 1471. This European name, or they gave the name Gold Coast, or they named Gold Coast. They gave the name Gold Coast. Ebrebe na ma edin Gold Coast. Sa na pese che sa abrofo ne ma edin ya friend Gold Coast. Ebrebe na ma edin ya friend Gold Coast. When they arrived in the coastal areas, they found that the place was full of gold. So they choose to give the name Gold Coast. It means the place was what? A full of what? Gold. Abra abrofundi kan bae no baby na omudi kan ti no na ho ye epona no. Enti omu si free baby a omu free baby omu bae omu free baby a omu ba no ebeduru ye no. Omu hu se epona no nyina asase na e gold nko a no. And omu ka se da bi ene ha ye sikam poano. The same thing applied to Ivory Coast. They named the place Ivory Coast because the coastal areas was found of what? Ivories. Good. Now, when the Europeans came, they traded with the local peoples. When the trading activity expanded, many European countries also came. When the trading activity expanded, it attracted many European countries. So what are some of the European countries that came after the Portuguese? Yes, Oshera.
Dash.
The Dutch. Okay, good. Danes. Good. So as you are in the house, you can also be adding more to what you have. Good. So after the Portuguese, a number of European countries or a number of Europeans also followed. They include the Dutch, the Danes, the English, and then Germans. Good. So now, when they were trading with the peoples, they also decided to introduce their religion to them. That is Christianity. So they introduced a religion called what? Christianity. When they introduced their religion to them, a number of Christian group also came. So let's look at some of the number of Christian groups that came after they introduced their origin to the local peoples. Yes, Oshera,
Pentecostal.
Pentecost, good.
Methodist,
Methodist, what again?
Roman Catholic.
Good.
Church.
Anglican.
Anglican, good. So now we have understand that after they introduced their religion to them, that is Christianity, a number of Christian group also follow. That is the Methodist, the Anglican, the Presby, and among others. Now let's look at some of the contribution of the missionary activities. Let's look at some of the contributions of the missionary activities. When they came, in fact, they did well. They also tried to better the life of Ghanaians. Good. So what are some of the contributions of the missionary activities? Mami Nyakuba.
Formal education.
Formal education. So as you are in the house, you can write it down. Some of the contributions of the missionary activities. We have one. Formal education. Formal education. 2. Oshera.
Healthcare.
Health care. Good. Health care. Mami Nyakuba.
Trading.
Trading. Good. Okay.
Christianity.
Christianity. Let's take them one after the other and then try to explain them. Good. So we first take or look at the formal education. Formal education. In fact, it is true that it is the European who introduced formal education to the local peoples. Good. So when they came, the local people, that's Ghanaians, were having their own form of education. That was what? Informal education. One may ask, what is informal education? Informal education simply means learning through apprenticeship. Say wo sua adwuma afiri obi ho. Enti say wo fie na say wo maame ana wo nua na say wo ba bi esua adwuma obi ho a, that is informal education. Betima say osua adepam, betima say osua etireye, ni nyina ye adesua ni bia. Nemu eno ne de yamfa nko sukuu mu ene yekosua, nemu usua ade. Do you understand? Good. So when the European came, the local people were having their own form of education. That is informal education. So why do the Europeans try to introduce their formal education? Simply because when they came, the local people were not able to speak their language. So for them to communicate better to the local people, they tried to set up schools so that the people can learn and then able to speak to them. Do you understand it? Good. So they tried to introduce or set up a number of schools. That is Anglican, Presby, Roman, and among others. Until next school, we say Presby, Anglican, SDA, and other schools now. And yes, sir, Abrofuya omodi formal education, but a year in the TSS school, no. What was their aim? No more any say, no more any say. Omoba and Yentino Moncasa, Yantibro for Mosun Tiki. And to somebody say, I dissuade bread, yeah, you bet me. Asua ade atimi no makasa adi nkomama na yeye. So that is the reason why they introduced formal education. Good. Let's look at the second one. That is Christianity. Christianity. Can you say something about Christianity? Ba? Good.
When the Europeans came, Ghanaians was having their own way of worshipping the supreme being.
Good. So when the European came, Ghanaians were having their own ways of worshipping the supreme being. That is what they were worshipping deities or deity. Deity means bakun, deities means bebre. Na abra abrofo ne bae no na oman Ghana mufuo na nipa o Ghana no. Na ye okwan fa susum Nyankopon. Na ye sum Nyankopon fa yabosom so, small gods, yabosom nketo ne so. Enti bra abrofo ne bae and they said no. Your way of worshiping the supreme being is wrong. So they changed it and they introduced their own. That is what? Christianity. I hope you understand. So history have informed us that when they came, they started the Christianity at where? Ketu. That's in the coastal area. Okay, in the coastal area. So they tried to influence or persuaded the king of Ketu so that they will able to what? Accept Christianity for them. So it is true that when they came, the local people were having their own way of worshiping the supreme being, but they said no, your way of worshiping the supreme being is wrong. So they changed it and they introduced their own. That's all Christianity. Good. Let's look at trading. Oshera, can you say something about trading?
When the Europeans came, there were no like selling things.
Okay. Good.
So
Good. So when the European came, they introduced what is called trading. So let's look at some of the items that they traded with. And let's look at some of the items. Don't forget when the European came, they purposely came as well trading activities. They came to trade with the local peoples. They realized that they do not have gold, and the local people were having more gold. Do you understand it? Abro mobile no be hu say ye ni gold. Abrofo no be hu so omu ni gold. Ba emom timamufuo no ana nipa omo Ghana ne de no omo wo gold bebre. Et omo di adwadie ba yom ka say ye ni dwai. So that form of trading was called barter trade. It is me wo gold na say broni ni gold wa na won toma na me di mi gold no amma no na me ono so ai de ageme de ageme ntoma no. So they introduced what is called trading. So they traded with the local peoples so that they were able to get what they don't have and then give what they have to the local peoples. You understand? Okay. So as you are in the house, you can also write them down. Okay. So let's look at healthcare. 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 Ban, can you say something about it? Okay.
When the Europeans came, Ghanaian wasn't have the local people wasn't having a place where they go, and when they are sick, they don't where
go
they
and treat
go.
themselves. Okay. So it's true. That is good. Healthcare. When the European came, it's true that the local people were not knowing anything about going to hospital, clinic, and other things. What they know was that when you are sick, they just use the herbal medicine to treat you. And the question abra brofo ne ba ye no na omanmu nipa wo omanmu Ghana for ni anim bibia friends ye ko hospital abra ye yale ni na etimi ye ne se yale a ye di enhama ani adubuna ne se ye ho yade. So they were able to bring what is called clinic and hospital to local people. So they built a number of hospital and clinic for the local peoples. For example, Kwarebu Teaching Hospital, Konfanochi, and among others. Have I made myself clear? Okay. Yes. So is there any question? Do you want to ask any question so far? No. Okay. So as you are in the house, if you have any question, you can also write it down, and then you can take your phone and call to ask whatever you want to ask. Okay. So the time is up. So we end here and then continue next time. Okay. Yadi edwuma de na ba wiye sabri yebre na so. Enti yebegina ha na bere be hia no de ne atoa so. Enti se wo fi a ebre ni nie wobetimi afre yen wo ahomatrufo yi so 0559868841. So when Semisa, if you have any question, you can call to us, or if you have any contributions, you can also call to add. That is good. Okay, and to wait my friend Homa way 0559868841. Now what Semisa be abera wo fia wa frɛ na obusa na ochichire ni yayi ano ama ofefefe. Obetimi so ahwe Facebook live ewo 1051 Man FM 1051 Man FM 1051 Facebook live.
Hello.
Hello.
Mr. Mr. Kong.
Okay.
Ejumade manager of students, you know, omo ya de pa.
Okay, that's it.
Oh, bye bye.
Bye bye. Mebacho unsu betima frɛ wo 0559868841 and I say 02074888865 02074888865. Mebacho obi wa homa no so. Hello, mebacho odi ni be aka say free. Hello.
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 I'm calling from.
Hello.
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 I'm calling from Oshera Educational Complex.
All right.
Staying at class at
Okay.
I want to tell me the European.
Okay. Europeans. Okay. Europeans. Europeans. Europeans.
Okay, thank
You
you.
are welcome. Me pa cho obeti my friend 0559868841 0559868841 and also obeti my Facebook. Hello, ofre phone but you didn't hello. But you didn't be akasa free.
Me pacho, your friend me, mami sewa.
Okay.
Me kasa free tano so enjira ma me.
Me pacho you.
Me pacho me bon kola na ba so pa. O ma ya die.
Ya dasi.
O ma ya die. Me mo ma ba.
Bye bye. Me pacho obeti me afre. Ya bre ne nso ye yo sima kakra bi da yanim 0559868841 obeti me afre na won so wadwenkyere wo asembisa bi wo hello.
Hello.
Me pacho wudi ne be akasa free.
Pacho from Nana Kwame. Nam pacho. Say Oshera for program ni ni.
Me pacho ani.
Yo, we dey say me da was fa mo dis na mo che me nyankopon hwa mo.
Eso ya dasi.
Na me pacho me wa se bi kake to e bi.
Me pacho you find out.
Say wo cha de no ka say Europeans ne buy no. About the healthcare ne buy.
And
about na nyesa.
Me pacho enya ma mo de buy ni bi no impact enya fi mo so bi no.
Nti me bi sa say enkenyo mo a enka obi yare a no wawu a na se den.
Adaro ma me da se.
Yo, me so me da se.
Ebe yi wa no. Abra Europeans ne ba ye no. Na obi yale a na wonwu. Ne mo de ne ye ne se na nipa mo oman gan na mu ho ano ti. Enumra ne hama ene ne se yade. Enti omo ba ye no mo de hospital ne clinic ahodo bebre ba ye. Enti afei no enumra ne hama no ne ye de akoye abrofuduro. Abra wo yale ya ko hospital ho ne ye de no abi so asa ama wo. Enti na wo yale ya ne yenwu ye da se. Ebe so ofrefo otoso. But obetimi so onso obetimi afre 0559868841 and answer 020488865. Who was in Misabi and oh ebi apaso kaka ho a obetimi afre. Hello. Hello.
Hello. Yes.
Me pacha wudi ne be akasa free. Good morning. Me pacha kasa din why etie o.
We saw when the Europeans come. What did they use?
When the European came, come again.
When the Europeans came, what did they use?
What did they use? Oshera, ewo Senate esoro ho. Senate flat soro ho. What they call compress no. Ye wo infini wa.
Monkola na ya na she blue do no.
Me patch ani yankola na ya mo she blue no.
Oh, okay. Mate. You better didn't come on. Me say Facebook Live. Menya mo details ni wo.
Me patch ye das.
Instagram das pa.
Yes, ye das. Okay, offer for toso. Udi no yakasa free. Okay, any sabi ye de dwumaje no ebeba wi ye. Se wo asem bi se bia bi mu a ye fra ye wi a ye de number beto dwa mo afre na ya pebre ene wasua akirichi ma mo ate ase ye wo. Enti no sabre ya nya nko ye ma kwan ama ye suafo ye do mo ba ye no student no achia nipa bi on pese omo chia wo mo je be sha free ma me nya akoba ho
Ha chame pese me chia me. I want to greet my mother, Mommy Rita, and my father, Daddy Ba. I want to greet all of them.
What about your friends?
And my friends, I want to greet Deborah and Glory Love.
Okay, Oshera.
I want to greet my mother, Mrs. Vivian Adu, and my father, Mr. Robert Adu, and my friends, Deborah and Glory Love.
Eti samre sɛ dem panifo kan yɛ sɛ no ma che dua so a ɔgye bo na dwumadi nso sɛ yɛ wo fani betimi di abrɛ ne abrɛ biara yɛ si dua ba ko ntimi nya kwaye aboso ba so na megya pai na yɛkɔte adurom lan sɛ no wane ahahan enti yɛsrɛ mu atie fa mu tie yɛn sɛ woyɛ awofoɔ ana program woni gye ho obakora ni Oshera wada rom ɛsrɛ pa akyɛw sɛ boa yɛ netimi so yɛ asene netimi fa dwumadi mmerɛ obrɛ ne abrɛ biara a wopɛ sɛ wohia dwumadi no na yɛma no so nsua deɛ na yɛn so yɛnsua deɛ yɛma no kwa na esua deɛ yɛn nyinaa yɛsua deɛ enti yɛda wase dasɛnɛ ana abrɛ bi a ɛwo yɛ anim no yɛbɛsɛ ahyia me